Who the hell is Ben Jones?
Iain Lee. It's about love and life. And live radio wrestling matches. Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
For those of you that are tuning in late, I'm Gene Simmons and you're not.
No, I'm not anywhere ready at all for any of the no, it's all going to be all smooth, and I need to change that, I need to assign that, I need to do that. Okay. Good evening! Welcome to our Science Special!
Science is real, from the Big Bang to DNA. Science is real, from evolution to the Milky Way. I like those stories about angels, unicorns, and elves. Now I like those stories as much as anybody else, but when I'm seeking knowledge, either simple or abstract, the factor is science. The factor is science. Science is real. Science is real. Science is real. Science is real. From anatomy to geology. Science is real. From astrophysics to biology. A scientific theory isn't just a hunch or guess. It's more like a question that's been put through a lot of tests. And when a theory emerges consistent with the facts, the proof is with science. The truth is with science. Science is real. Science is real. Science is real. Science is
Absolute Radio.
It's a first on radio anywhere in the world, dear listener. It is a Science Special! Tonight, Eloise and I are wearing white lab coats.
It's true.
It's true. You can look on the webcam, and after midnight, I think we've fixed everything with the red button. So if you're watching, listening to us on Sky, press your red buttons at midnight. You'll be able to see us in our white lab coats. Also, throughout the evening, Eloise and I will be performing and undertaking a series of dangerous experiments, including something with an apple and an orange, putting some soap into a microwave, and Mentos in Coca-Cola. We'll be performing the Mentos experiment live just after 11 o'clock outside Absolute Towers at 1 Golden Square. If you'd like to come down and film it for us, we've got the video camera, we just need someone to hold it. Then be there just after 11. It is a Science Special this evening. Eloise and I are genuinely wearing white coats. Hello if you're watching on the webcam.
Mine's massive.
It is massive. But then you're tiny. So that would be that. So if you have any... This is it. It's as vague as this, kids. If you have anything connected with science, be it an experiment, a funny story about a science teacher, maybe you made love to a science teacher once, hopefully if you're over the age of 16, 0330 123 1215, the Science Hotline. I've got a science story. Guess what I got this morning, Eloise?
Sorry, I just really want a Mentos.
Well, you can't there for the experiment.
No, I want the fruit ones. So you can't.
What is all this stuff we've got? Look at all this stuff we've got.
I've just got some random stuff.
Okay, well that's exciting. We'll go through it. We got plums. We got tea bags. We got a nice. Oh, you got a nice pair. We got Sprite. We got Coke. We got lemon juice. We got washing up liquid. So if you can think of any experiments that we can do with those, 0330 123 1215. But Eloise, I got something this morning.
Yeah, I heard. I got a text at 10 in the morning.
Oral thrush. Yeah, I got oral thrush. You know, I got this brown inhaler yesterday for my bronchial infection or something. You can see my voice is going again. And so the pharmacist said, "Oh, there's a slight chance you might get oral thrush. All you got to do is rinse your mouth out every time you use it, right?" So I used it twice.
Did you rinse your mouth out?
Pretty much.
Did you?
Well, like with water, with the first time with water, but the first time, you know when you get a new drug and it says, like, just take, like, take 2 of these a day. The first time you get the drug, you go a bit mental and it's like...
I don't do that.
Oh, I do. I do that. But I rinse my mouth out with water. Then the second time I brushed my teeth and everything. And then I woke up this morning and my mouth tasted like the old days when I would wake up after drinking and smoking, and it would just be like you'd licked a tramp's bumhole. You know, that kind of... You know the taste.
Oh, yeah, I know
and
that
I'm in
well.
bed thinking, oh, no, please. And I went to the bathroom. I opened my mouth, had a look. There's white pus everywhere in my mouth. Have a look.
No, I don't want to look.
Why not?
You've been trying to lick me all day.
Well, OK.
Are you coming near me? No.
I'm not coming near you, but I do need a favour.
What?
Can you put the cream on my mouth for me, please?
No way.
Just put... All you got to do is put a little bit of this Dactar in.
That's disgusting. Just go to a mirror and do it yourself.
Just...
Why do I need to do it for you?
Oh, come on, mate.
You don't have people with oral thrush saying, "Hey, will you rub this cream on my tongue?"
If we're mates, you do.
No.
Come on,
You've said many times we're not mates, and this is when I'm pulling that card.
It's not on my tongue. You have to do it on the sides of my
Well,
mouth.
that's disgusting. I'm not going nowhere near that oral thrush foam.
Well, that makes me feel really upset.
Yeah, good. I'd rather you be upset. I'm not going anywhere near it. You tried to lick my arm earlier today, screamed the whole house down.
So, if you've got any stories connected with science at all this evening, 0330 123 1215, or if you've got any treatments for oral thrush.
Hey.
Yes.
Just quickly, what did you say to the doctor lady or the what's it called to get?
Oh yeah, because I was wet. It's orange flavour. It's orange flavour.
I'm sorry, I just saw you wiping it on your foam.
I was well embarrassed, right? Because oral thrush is not, it's an embarrassing thing. But I thought I've got to do this, and I went into Boots. And I timed it wrong, and so there was a lady in front of me who was being served, like quite a young lady. I was thinking, oh no. So I can't do the whisper, excuse me. So I went in really loudly, went, "Hello, I've been using a brown inhaler. I think it's given me oral thrush. Have you got anything to help me, please?"
Why don't you do what I told you to do?
What did you... Oh, to take it in?
I said just say, "Oh, this has happened. I've been using this. Could you tell me what it is and give me anything to help it?" That is making me feel sick, that motion. Can you not do that in front of me?
I'll get stuffed, Eloise. I've got to put it in my mouth, otherwise I'm going to die.
I hope you're washing your hands later, because I'm not touching any of this desk.
I'll wash them later, yeah.
Wash them when
Saturday.
the next song is. No, it's so disgusting. I'm being serious.
I can't go anywhere near my baby with this. Can't go anywhere near him.
Get good.
So, 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. If you want to give us a call, it's a science special. So we're talking mainly about science. Anything connected with science.
Mainly.
Maybe you've made love in a laboratory. As you can tell from our vague ramblings here, Eloise and I have not really thought this out beyond...
I think it's quite good. There's a plethora of things related to science.
Yeah, we could have done a bit of research. All we've done is get some white lab coats some Mentos, some Coke, and a bar of Dove.
Can we just stand in front of the webcam and see the difference in size between...
I do. We'll play, I'm going to play Lady Madonna by the Beatles. Only 2 minutes 14. Come on, lazy Beatles. And while it's playing, you can go to your webcams, absoluteradio.co.uk, and watch Eloise and I standing and looking at you. How's about that, huh? 0330 123 1215. We'll take some calls after this. I love this song, and this is a great song. That's a different ending to Lady Madonna to the one I know. You see that the drums went... I've got to play that again. That doesn't sound... The one I know, it rocks out a bit more, and there's sort of saxophone at the end. Hang on a second. Listen to the drums in your left headphone. Here we go. My wife has just texted me and saying, "Iain, why are you wearing lab coats? It's a science special, Fandango. We're going to be conducting laboratory experiments." Oh, yes, indeed. If you want to be part of the science fun factory, just literally making stuff up as I speak here. 0330 123 1215 is the phone number. May I suggest, if you've not joined already, facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. IAINLEE Show. Let's see if we can get to 5,000 likers, can we? That would be nice. Before I go away on holiday, that would be nice. Let's go to Jonas in the Fulham. Good evening, Jonas.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a Thomas.
Thank you, Jonas. Nope, I don't know what that was about either. It's going to be one of those shows tonight, kids. One of those shows. Daz is in Telford. Good evening, Daz.
Hi, Ian. How you doing?
I'm all right, Daz. I'm disappointed to have a bit of the OT.
Listen, I might have a cure for your thrush,
Okay, go on.
and it's an experiment as well.
Oh, okay. Well, this is combining all of the worlds into one world.
Right, I know you're going to do an experiment with Mentos later.
Yes.
Now, go outside, and when you do this experiment with the Mentos,
Yes.
chew a packet, and then drink a load of Coke after.
Well, that's just
And
going to.
that should get rid of your thrush.
Well, that's just going to make me blow up, isn't it?
No, you just see what happens, mate.
Well, I know what's going to happen. It's going to explode.
No, you won't explode.
Okay, Daz. I don't believe a word of what you say. I'm actually feeling quite hot in my lab coat. Are you feeling hot in yours, Eloise?
I am.
How about... OK, here's how we make this fun. Let's take off all of our clothes underneath the lab coat. So we're just wearing lab coats.
But mine is kind of big.
Yeah.
And-
Mine's kind of small. It's fun for everyone, huh? Everybody, best of both worlds, yeah?
So I might have, like, bits that get seen because it doesn't close, like, it's too big, the holes gape.
Don't worry about your own body. We can sort that out by going to the gym. But how about that lab coat? Ah, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, kids. That's what I'm talking about. OK, let's go to Sam in Thornton Heath. Good evening, Sam.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Sam.
Okay.
Welcome to the laboratory.
Yeah.
Could you... So, Sam, sorry,
Yeah?
could you call me, Professor?
Yes,
And could you call... Thank you. And could you call Eloise Lab Assistant Ellie?
That's nice.
It's nice, isn't it?
Yes, Professor, and
Lab Assistant Ellie.
Assistant Professor.
No.
Thank you, I like that.
The words I
better.
said, Lab Assistant Ellie.
Associate.
No, the words I'm saying are right.
Oh, lab assistant then.
There we
But
go.
associate. I prefer associate.
You might do, but that's not her job title. Her job title is Lab Assistant.
Okay.
I am the professor.
I did that job once years ago.
Did you really, Sam? And is that
Yeah.
where it all started to go horribly wrong for you?
No, I quite liked it, but it was a very busy lab, so...
I worked in a lab once and got bullied by the cleaner. It's horrible. My first day there, I had to be rushed to hospital.
What
because
did they do?
I used to beat me up a little bit, intimidate me, you know, that kind of stuff.
But you know, one
A
of the
cleaner?
staff...
Yeah, it was a tough guy. Well, it was a very tough guy.
One of the
Yes,
staff, she was working there.
Yes, sir.
She had about, like, 50 tubes of blood, and you know what she did?
Drank them all.
No.
Ma-
She dropped the whole
Oh, no.
tray.
She dropped the whole tray of blood on
And
the
it
floor.
went
She dropped the whole
crashing
bloody
down,
tray
broke
of blood.
the glass and blood. And,
Oh, glass and
I
blood.
thought rather her than me.
Oh, well, I think rather you than her than me.
Yeah. And also, I've got a cure for thrush. Royal thrush.
Okay, yes.
Pineapple.
Get out of pineapple!
I'm not lying. No, this is the truth. The nutritionist came today and she was talking about nutrition to my mum, and
Yeah.
she said a cure for thrush is eat a pineapple.
But is that-
because
that's-
medicines have side effects.
That's for thrush downstairs, though, isn't it? You have to sit on the pineapple.
No,
No,
thrush
no,
downstairs
you
is
eat
yoghurt.
Well, couldn't I just eat some yoghurt?
Oh, yeah, you could put live
No,
yoghurt in your mouth.
No, because if you take antibiotics when you're ill,
Yeah.
you need to eat live yogurt with the cultures because the
Culture Club?
antibiotics destroy the good bacteria.
I've got to eat yoghurt with Boy George.
No. Antibiotics destroy the good bacteria,
Right.
so you need to put the good bacteria in with the antibiotics.
Okay, Sam,
when
you
you're
obviously...
taking them.
Sam, you obviously
Oh,
have...
one more thing.
I'm not...
When I did
we're not-
biology A-level, you know, when I did biology A-level, I was really upset in my exam. Guess what? My practical exam, we had a live locust and we had to pull their heads off.
Oh.
And I couldn't do it. They said, if you can't do it, tell your lecturer. She'll do it for you, and you lose 5 marks off your exam.
You
I
lose
lost
5 marks for not wanting to kill an animal?
Yeah.
That's
for not pulling its head off. A
The
live
Nazis
locust.
didn't... Dear
Did
me,
you-
Sam.
did
I
you-
couldn't do it.
Did you get rid of the 5 points then and give it to the...
Yeah.
But
yeah,
what, does that mean, Sam? Does that mean if you to rip the heads off of more locusts, you got extra 5 points?
No, just the one.
That's
You
a
use
shame.
the one locust in the experiment,
That's a
the
shame.
enzymes and all that.
So you
And that
couldn't
was
bring
the
in like a
worst
rat and pull a
experiment.
rat's tail off and get another 10 points or something?
No,
It didn't
I've
work like that.
dissected rats. I've dissected rats and mice.
Okay.
If they're already dead, it's all right.
Yeah, it's all right. Well, Sam, thanks for that.
Okay, bye.
There we go. That kind of was one of the strangest calls I think we're going to get tonight. 0330 123 1215. Dear listener, it's a science special. If you've got anything connected with science, and it can be very vaguely connected with science, he said, realising that there weren't actually that many calls, then we will take it. 0330 123 1215.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
I was searching.
That's me doing that. That's me doing that. I'm good, aren't I? There we go. We just had some people walk past the studio and think, why the hell is that idiot wearing a lab coat? It's because it's science special, kids. Science is fun, huh? 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you wish to take part. We will be outside just after 11 doing an experiment with the famous Mentos and Coca-Cola experiment where things blow up and stuff. We'll be doing that outside just after 11. You're more than welcome to come down and watch if you so desire. In the meantime, let's go to the show's very own inventor. It's Noel Taylor.
Hello, Ian.
Good evening,
You all right?
Good evening, Dr. Taylor.
I've got an invention that anyone can do.
Excellent. This is what I like to hear.
But what it is you have a box at the bottom of your car,
Yes.
a metal box, and it has a little hole in the top, and it has an element inside like you would in a kettle.
Like fire.
No, it's boiling water. It boils the water.
Right.
And what it does is the steam goes up into your petrol engine.
Yes.
And for some reason, I don't know whether you've ever noticed, if you're driving in the rain in a petrol engine car, it goes faster, it performs better.
Well, hang on a
You
second.
notice
Hang on a
that?
second. I've never noticed that. Well, that's because it's like skidding on the ground, I guess.
It's something to do with water content in petrol. There is a certain amount of water in petrol. You knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, but what's that got to do with the rain?
Well, when it rains, it dampens the engine, and it makes the petrol engine run faster and more accurately.
Noel, if this is true, then this is a breakthrough. Good laugh. Yes. Anyway, back to your metal box, Dr. Taylor.
Yeah. So all it is like a metal box underneath the engine with a little hole at the top.
Yes.
You have it. You can have it so that water goes into it regularly.
Yes.
And like I say, you've got an element inside it.
Yes.
It just heats it up, just like as in a kettle.
Yeah.
And it goes up into the engine, and Bob's your uncle.
And you could probably use the hot water to make a cup of tea as well, couldn't you?
Well, yes, yeah, that's a good idea.
No, Taylor, listen. I have a tray full of goodies here in front of me. Let's get this here, right? It's got Coca-Cola. We've got Sprite, Orangina. We've got Mentos. We've got sugar cubes. I've got a shot glass. I've got some marmalade.
I'll be around in 10 minutes.
Okay, got some lime juice. Got some rinse aid for the dishwasher. Got a lovely pear. Got a couple of plums. Steady.
I heard that, yeah.
Yep. Got some tea bags. Got a bar of soap, an apple, an orange, and the top. I believe this is called the cork of a champagne bottle. Now, Noel,
irregular.
You must be able to, Doctor, come up with a brilliant experiment we can do using all of those things.
You could liquidise it all and make yourself a nice drink.
Yeah, we haven't got a liquidizer, Noel.
Oh, dear. All that money Absolute Radio's got.
Yes.
I could mention my hover car, of course.
Let's. It's a science special. Let's talk about the hover car.
But if you tap onto the hovercar.co.uk...
Oh, yeah, I can't go on. 0330 123 1215. It's a little bit disappointing there, to be honest. I thought we were going to get a whole host... By the way, my voice is going again, because I was just been hosting some a quiz night. We have these quiz nights here, where corporate companies come in, get very, very drunk, very lecherous, and abusive, and we ask them questions about pop acts. And so I've just been shouting at a room full of rip-roaring drunkards, the likes of which you have never seen in your life. It was disgusting. but I think I managed to control them and calm them down enough. But that's why my voice is a little bit croaky. 3 hours this quiz went on for. 3 hours! I couldn't believe it! I've been quizzing for 3 hours. No quiz lasts 3 hours. Not even Quiz the Nation with Anne Robinson. 0330 123 1215. We can't take withheld numbers. I know one of those numbers is probably good. The other one is Mr. Good Evening. So we can't take either of those, I'm afraid.
Which one do you think it is? Which one do you think is which?
Well, the thing is, if we start playing...
No, don't. I just want you to guess.
OK, I'm going to say the top one is Mr. Good Evening.
That's what I thought.
You take that call now. Go on, and let's hear you talking to him. Let's hear what he says.
Wait.
This is an experiment. It's an experiment.
Hello, it's Absolute Radio. Hey, Shannon, how are you?
Oh, no, it's not. Our bluff has been called.
I'll just pop... have you calling from an international number?
Oh.
Shannon?
Shannon? Shannon?
Shannon, are you calling from an international number?
Hello, Shannon.
OK, I'm going to pop you on hold now so we can chat to you. Won't be a second.
OK. So that was Shannon?
Shannon.
Should I talk to Shannon now?
Yes.
OK, let's go. Shannon's gone straight to the front of the queue. Shannon, good evening.
Good evening. Good afternoon to me.
Shannon, are you calling in from underwater in the 1970s at the same time? This is the worst line I've ever heard in my life.
Oh, I'm tremendously sorry, and maybe it's just because it's such a long distance, so I'm calling from L.A., so that's why.
Los Angeles. LA's fine, the sun shines most of the time, and the feeling is laid back.
Hey, Shannon, if you want us to call you again, email your number, because we don't accept the withheld.
We don't normally accept the withheld, Shannon. This is a rarity, but I'm glad we did, because it's always nice to be connected with Los Angeles, dans la United States of America.
Yeah, so you guys are talking about science.
We're doing a science special, Shannon. Do you have science in America?
Well, occasionally. You might not know it from talking to a lot of people in America, but yeah, we do actually have science. And actually, I wanted to tell you guys, I listen to your show when I'm in the lab. I'm a scientist, so...
Oh, well, hang on a minute.
Oh, my God.
This is an actual scientist actually in a lab. Do you wear a white lab coat?
I do sometimes, yeah.
Oh, this is brilliant. This is brilliant. Shannon, what kind of experiments do you conduct?
I'm a neuroscientist, so I study basically how animals think.
So do you cut open monkeys' heads?
No, I don't. I don't
that's a
actually
shame.
work with mammals. I mostly work with invertebrates, so yeah.
Invertebrates?
So
That's like spiders?
It's like spiders and insects and crabs.
How big is a crab's brain?
Well, it depends on the crab, right? But actually, I can tell you that, for example, if you take like an ant, their brain is about maybe 200 micrometers in size.
A brain. This is, ladies and gentlemen, the first scientific fact of the evening. An ant's brain is 200 micrometers. Hang on, that's bigger than an ant, isn't it? Oh no, micrometers. That's really tiny.
That's really tiny. Yeah, that's like, well, a micrometer. There's a 1,000 micrometers in a meter, right? So,
are ants monogamous?
No, 1,000 micrometers in a millimeter and 1,000 millimeters in a meter. So it's very, very, very tiny.
Are ants monogamous?
Are ants monogamous? Not very likely, no.
So ants are just sleeping around like tramps all the time. Just like, there's another ant. I'm going to do that ant.
Are you trying to make some sort of analogy between brain size and monogamy?
No, I wasn't, Shannon, but it's an interesting theory that you've raised there. Maybe there could be something in that.
Being that this is a science show, it's important to create hypotheses during your show.
Yeah. Shannon, I've got an apple, some marmalade, some lime juice, and some rinse aid here. Can you think of any experiments that we could conduct using those tools?
An apple, marmalade, lime juice, and some rinse aid.
Yeah. You imagine you've turned up for work in the laboratory, you've got those things, and you think you're going to do an experiment. What kind of experiment would you do with those things, Shannon?
Well, you might want to take the lime juice and put it on the apple, and cut the apple in half. Take one side
hang on. Whoa. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an experiment. Okay, I have a knife here. I'm going to cut Just cut myself.
Do it on the plate, on the tray.
There's no room on the tray.
You better clean that up.
No, you can do it. It's your job, right?
No.
I've cut the apple. Shut up. Shut up, lab assistant. The lab assistant's job is to clean up the professor's experiments.
I sorted out the experiments. I'm not cleaning them up.
I'm like the professor in Fringe. I'm a little bit mental. Right, OK, Shannon. I've cut open the apple and I have the lime juice.
Okay, so I would take one of the apple half.
Yeah, I've got it.
Leave one and just leave it out in the air, and then take the other half and put some of the lime juice on it and see if that keeps it from turning brown longer. OK, so I'm pouring lime juice on one half of the apple. The other half I'm leaving.
Don't spill it.
Well, you've got to spill it to do the experiment properly. OK. OK, so I've got a limey apple, and I put it on the tray.
Yeah, do. That's why I supplied the tray.
I've got... OK, and then what are we doing, Shannon? We're waiting to see if...
Yes, so of course, the next part of the most scientific experiment is observation. So you need to observe the apple.
Okay.
And, I don't know, wait a few minutes and see if you can see a difference between the part that has the lime juice and the part that doesn't.
Should I put...
So there you have a complete
Should I put any of the
experiment.
apple in a microwave?
Well, you could try that, but not. You don't normally want to change more than one thing at a time, right? So you change one thing.
She's good, man.
And then you leave it, and then you can come back later, and you can do a second experiment, maybe with something else, maybe with the microwave.
Professor Shannon, it's been an absolute pleasure that we've been able to use our British brains and our American brains to come up with the greatest experiment of all time.
Fantastic, and I want to tell you, thank you so much for entertaining me in the long, long days and nights I have in the lab. I appreciate it.
Thank you for cutting crabs open and looking at their brains for us, Shannon. It's a dirty job, and someone has to do it.
It is. Somebody has to do it, yes, and sometimes, unfortunately, it's me.
Take care, Professor Shannon. Good night.
Bye, good night.
There we go. Isn't that fantastic? She's a proper scientist called in, and we've started an experiment. The results of the apple lime test coming up shortly.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
I wish you'd just heard the conversation that Eloise and I had off air there. It's two idiots talking about stuff they know nothing. So that's Tired Pony. That's Dead American Writers by the Tired Pony. And that's the man from Snow Patrol.
Yeah.
That's right. OK, we got there in the end. Well done. We got... are we playing that Republican Live song?
Oh, yes, I've put it on, you know, where I put the interviewy bits. Oh, in fact, we should have bashed one out, shouldn't we?
I did. Oh, the Republica thing!
Yeah.
Yes! Where is... Well, let's do one now, shall we? Let's play a bit now. Where is that? What's in... Features? Ian Features?
Yeah.
There it is.
And the
Lovely.
song is there, but I couldn't remember what it's called, so I've left it blank.
It's called Suck Baby Suck. I tell you what, we'll do that in a minute, because we'll do that at the top of the hour. But basically, Republica, the interview I did with Republica and the session... Are you yawning?
Just had a little one.
Jesus. Is on Absolute Radio 90s this Saturday at 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock? I can't remember. It's at 2 o'clock this Saturday, July the 3rd at 2 o'clock, Absolute Radio 90s. The interview I did with Republica, a live session they did, and they tell some very amusing stories about the 90s. And we'll play little clips of that throughout the evening, not the whole thing, and we'll also play a track from the session they did, Suck Baby Suck, which is a new song, and I think sounds really good. We were offered the two hits or the new song, and I went for the new song, so I think it sounds really good. I quite liked it. Vicky is entering the laboratory. Vicky, have you cleaned your hands?
Yes.
Then have you put those little plastic things over your shoes?
Yes, yeah, my blue one.
Have you got a hairnet on?
Well, no, my hair is up.
OK, well then please welcome into the laboratory, Vicky. What can we do for you?
Well, I was a bit late listening, so I didn't quite catch your list of ingredients today. I'm ever so sorry.
OK, well, let's...
Can I give you my one anyway?
Yeah, go on, let's hear what you got.
I can always hunt for more.
We can always hunt for more. They're probably still boozing upstairs, though, aren't they? Because we want to put the soap in the microwave. And we want to put a light bulb in the microwave. Don't try that at home, kids. Yes, Vicky?
Well, it involved blowing a mouthful of Angels of Light over a bonfire.
1 second. Eloise, could we get Angel Delight and a bonfire for after 11, please?
No.
No, we can't do that. We can't.
No, I don't blame you, the bonfire, really.
OK, what happens, Vicky?
Oh, it just looks really pretty. It's like a sparkler, but not.
So it's like a mouth sparkler?
It doesn't go back into your mouth or anything, it doesn't sort
So
of...
it's not like, apparently there is a fish in the Amazon, and if you urinate in the river, the fish swims up your urine into your genitals, and it lives inside you.
Nice.
It's not like that with fire, is it? Okay.
No, it doesn't do that at all.
How did you come about to try what sounds like a crazy combination of Angel Delight and fire?
It was my husband did it.
Why?
Well, I suppose his dad preferred him doing that to setting fire to the bushes in his garden.
So instead of setting fire to the bushes in the garden, he was encouraged to spit...
He's a bit of a closet pyro, my husband.
Oh, really?
Watch him.
Do you know, one of the nicest things in the world, and every time I'm driving and I see one or I smell one or I sense one, I wind down the windows and stick my head out and take a deep breath. The smell of a bonfire. It is the great... Why don't they make an aftershave that's a bonfire? It's the best smell in the world. I would buy it.
You need to close that on the line when they've got barbecues going, and then
I'm not so keen on the barbecue because the barbecue's a little bit more acidic, the smell. But the smell of a bonfire, it's just this warm. Oh, I love it. I love it. I will drive if I can see a bonfire in the distance, and I've done this, and it really annoys my wife. I will drive out of the way to go near to the bonfire to get a whiff of that good stuff. That's what it's all about, Vicky.
Makes your clothes stink.
It must be a man thing.
It stinks of... Well, my wife likes the smell of petrol.
I do? Does she, rather?
Yeah, she do. Yeah, she loves
I do.
it. She loves the smell of petrol. Vicky, thank you for that.
Have a good evening.
Ta-ta. There we go. Vicky is leaving the laboratory. If you'd like to enter the laboratory, 0330 123 1215. The latest results on the apple and lime experiment. The apple without the lime on is all brown. The apple with the lime on is not brown. Look, this is the lime we want, and that's the one without the lime.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just see it.
Does it taste nice?
Oh!
Disgusting.
Oh, Jesus!
Why did you do that? Oh, that might aggravate your thrush.
Jeez!
That might aggravate your thrush.
Can I just say, apple with lime on is like worse tasting. You know it's not going to taste great, but it's worse tasting than you think it would be.
I like apple and lime, like mixed together in a juice.
Eat that.
No.
Why?
Because I've just seen you leg it to the bin.
That horrible, but it might be my oral.
Rack, Ian.
You're not even good at that. My oral thrush may have made it taste different because it's making my mouth taste, as I said, of tramps' bumholes.
I wonder if your breath is stinky.
Come and smell it.
No.
Why not?
You know why.
Saban is in Milton Keynes.
Hello, Professor.
Hello, sir. Have you scrubbed your hands?
I have, yes.
Are you wearing the blue plastic things over your shoes?
I am.
Is your hair in a hairnet?
Yep, nice and tight.
Then you're welcome into the laboratory, sir. What have you got for us this evening?
I've got some experiments.
Oh, experiment. After midnight, by the way, we'll be having sex experiments. But that's after midnight when the kids have gone to bed.
Are we going to put a soap in the microwave as well?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
But you'll have to go up and do it.
Okay, if you do the Coke one, I'll do the microwave one.
Okay. But there are all those drunk people upstairs.
Yeah, maybe we should leave that one till a little bit later.
Okay, we'll do it after midnight with the sex experiments.
So Mintos is 11.
Yeah.
And soap.
Okay. You finished?
Yeah.
I think you've... By the way, kids, for everyone who was concerned about Eloise yesterday, she has now come down from the LSD that she consumed at Glastonbury. That's why she's a little bit grumpy, a little bit grouchy, a little bit tetchy, a little bit short with everybody. I do apologise.
It's not anything to do with the fact you keep rubbing your thrush on my face.
Saman!
Did you enjoy science at school, Ian?
No, I hated it.
Really?
Yeah, I did hate it. I kind of got into physics for a bit. I thought physics was the most interesting. Biology is really, really dull. Chemistry, the teacher was... I didn't really like him. He was a bully. Physics was, I thought, had potential, because physics, then you got quantum physics, you got time travel, you got parallel universes, all of that stuff. Yeah. But then I got more interested in just messing around and kind of stopped.
It does depend on the teacher quite a lot, doesn't it?
It does, and I don't think we had any really inspirational science teachers in my school.
That's a shame.
Yeah, it is a shame, really.
Once my science teacher was cutting open a cow's head, then she burst into laughter because she was surprised by how huge the tongue was.
Wow, that's weird.
Have you seen a cow's tongue in real life?
No, I don't think I have.
All tongues, in general, they go on for longer than you think.
Okay, so my tongue, right, if I stick my tongue out now... Yeah. Then how far down does it go? Does it go into my stomach?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, you're saying maybe as though it's definite. I'm buying that. It's in my stomach. Then we're having that definitely. Science is fun. Okay, Simon. What experiments have you got for us this evening?
Okay, the first one. Pinch the skin at your elbow as hard as you can.
Okay. I want to do this too.
Okay.
I might hurt yourself.
Okay, I'm pinching it. Yeah.
What, the flabby,
the bit? That bit. Well, the bit there.
Oh, right,
the elbow.
All right.
What do you think he means?
Pipe down.
Yes, we're doing it. Pinching it.
Really hard.
My cat scratched me. I take my cat to the vets today. There's no feeling there.
No. There aren't many pain receptors there.
Oh, okay. Oh, Samant's good. He knows, like, words and
Yeah,
stuff.
it's like receptors.
I met this young man on the Them Out with Giants gig on Saturday. He's a very nice chap, very nice chap. A little bit creepy, but, you know, no disrespect there, Sam, but, you know.
When can we stop this?
More?
More? You want more?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
There's one place on your body where you can tickle yourself.
And it'll make you laugh?
Yeah, well, maybe.
Oh, this should be after midnight with the sex experiments. Okay. More pinching?
This doesn't hurt, but it feels uncomfortable, doesn't
It's hurting my hand that I'm doing the pinching with. I hope you're doing this at home, kids, by the way. But if anyone dies, it's not my fault at all. More?
Yeah, where is that? Do you know where that point is, where you can tickle yourself?
Oh, I thought this was connected to what we're doing now.
Oh, no, it's something else.
No.
Oh, what's this then?
You can stop pinching yourself now.
Oh, okay, now what do we do?
I want to, I mean...
What's the pinching thing for then?
Now what?
You've stopped pinching now, yeah?
We've stopped pinching.
Guess where the point on your body is where you can tickle yourself.
Is it your elbow?
No.
Is it your foot?
No.
Is it your, eye?
No.
Is it your ear?
No.
Is it your inner elbow?
No.
Behind your knee?
No.
Your knee?
No.
Your thigh?
No.
Shin?
No.
Buttock?
No.
I don't know any other parts of the body.
The roof of your mouth.
Is that connected to the pinching, though?
No.
What?
Why did you make us pinch?
That was something else to show it wouldn't hurt at all.
Oh, that's not an experiment!
Isn't it?
No!
It's to show that there aren't many pain receptors on your elbow. How else do you find things
You
out?
didn't mention that part.
Okay. So, but so you can tickle. Do you tickle with a finger in the roof of your mouth?
Yeah, and it's kind of like tickling.
Go on, Eloise, you do it. 'Cause I'm not putting anything in my mouth at the moment. Not after
What,
that
with my
dodgy sausage.
fingers?
Yeah. Anything?
It's tickly, but it doesn't make me laugh. But it's just I want to itch my.
You're very
mouth
close to
now.
being evicted from the laboratory, Sam.
One more. This will blow your mind.
Okay, if you okay,
It
you want
will
that blow
blow
my
our
mind.
mind.
Okay, the distance from the inside of your elbow to your wrist.
It's the same as your foot.
Yeah.
Yeah, now that's good science. It's true, Eloise.
Is it?
It's true. Take your shoe off. Take your shoe off. I'm going to do it with my shoe. Look. Here we go. Look. Put it in there.
Oh, shoe, it's not foot. My
Well-
shoe's obviously a little bit bigger than
Well, yeah,
my
but
foot.
then you take a little bit off, don't you?
No, I'm just going to do my foot.
All right, well, how do you put your foot in there?
Because I can bend.
Oh, yeah.
Mine is a little bit short.
Well,
No,
you,
it's
no, no,
Oh, no, it's not. It's perfect.
perfect. I hope you're listening at home, kids, and enjoying yourself. Sam, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Good lad. There we go. Let's go to Gary from Bristol
That
before.
one saved it.
That one saved it in the end. Let's go to Gary from Bristol before we play Republica. Yes, Gary.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Gary. It's lovely to speak to you, mate. It's been a long, long time.
I know. How have you been these 2 days?
Oh, mate.
I can't sleep tonight because I've got indigestion.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know. Yeah. But I had a veggie burger. I was eating it too fast.
Oh, there we go.
You know what it's like. I'm considering becoming vegetarian, like you.
Yeah, you should do it.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, Gary, what was the point of this call?
I don't know really, but I fancied my science teacher at school.
Thanks for calling in. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number if you've got anything to do connected with science. Now, Republica came in a few weeks ago. I had such a crush on Saffron back in the day. Here's a tip for you kids. If you're near a computer and you're a young gentleman or a lady who likes ladies, go onto YouTube, type in Enjoy, N-J-O-I, and just look at that pop video. Hey, Chihuahua, hot potatoes. Yes, please. Anyway, here's Republica, and then we'll play a track from the session, their new single, Suck Baby Suck. This is Iain Lee on Absolute Radio 90s with Republica, which is very, very exciting. It's nice to meet you, boys and girls, by the way.
Much.
Saffron, I've got to say it. I had such a crush on you back in the day. I've said it. I've got it. Sorry, fellas. I liked you too as well, but if I'm being honest, that was the eyes.
I'm good at ironing shirts.
Yes. now that we've got that out of the way, I feel I can breathe again. Okay, listen, we just had Scooby Snacks, the fun-loving criminal. Tim, you chose
Yes, absolutely.
that, I think. Why?
Because we were big fans of theirs. We met them when we first went to the States years ago.
Yeah.
We got stuck in New York because the band we were supporting, one of them guys got ill, so we got delayed by a week. So we picked up the odd gig here and there. One of them ended up being a roller skating AIDS benefit.
Wow.
On Pier 66. And one of the other bands playing there was Fun Loving Criminals.
Yeah.
And Scooby Snacks had just come out in the UK, and we bumped into them there, and just from that point onwards, we kept bumping into them all over the place, all around the States, and then Eventually toured with them over here and in Europe, so...
Huey, one of the nicest blokes in the world, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a funny guy.
There was although I was watching, isn't it funny how things work out? I was watching Sky 3 the other day, and there was Huey hosting a show about people's crazy pets.
Yeah, with Lisa Tarbuck.
It's weird how the world turns, isn't it? You know, I was
you wouldn't have seen him as a dog fancier.
What's going on there?
No, that's not right.
Okay. Science special. Yeah, okay.
Absolute
Radio.
Science special. If anyone knows, I realise we're going to do the Mintos experiment in a couple of minutes. I'm going to go outside. If you want to come and watch it, you're more than welcome to. I don't actually know what you have to do. So if anyone could phone us up who has done this experiment, 0330 123 1215, and talk me through it on the phone while I'm doing it, that'll be good. And I am going to try and do it in my mouth as well, and let's see what happens with that. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't work. I don't know. It's the Science special here on Absolute Radio. Oh, yes, they said it couldn't be done. And perhaps they were right, but we're having a bloody good go. 0330 123 1215. More of your calls after this.
Absolute Radio.
It's a Science special, kids. Eloise, where are you?
Here.
You should be in here.
Oh.
Well, you've got to run the studio while I
Okay.
go and do the experiment.
Coming.
Jeez, this is... The kids, listen, honestly, don't take drugs. It's yeah, sure, it's fun, you have a great time, the music sounds great, you get on with each other, sex is better, you can feel, more senses and connect with the collective consciousness of the universe. But the come down, it's not good. Lab assistant Eloise. I guess you should probably sit here, should you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, could you do it with a bit more pizzazz?
Hey, is anyone going to be out there to film this?
What is wrong with you? Seriously, what is wrong with you tonight?
Well...
This is utter bullshit.
Nothing's wrong. Oh, look.
Sit down.
Hey, we need someone to film it. You're gonna
Well,
have
no
to...
one's phoning in.
Well, take that and get...
I'm going to take that.
Get one of the drunks to do it.
There's a bug in there.
Hey, what song have you just played?
I played Lissy.
Oh.
Do you want to phone me up on the thing?
Yeah, I don't know your number. You're going to have to put it in yourself.
You do the show, because you...
I'm very nearly swore then at you. I don't know why.
You've got to talk on the air, otherwise we'll go to... Oh, go on. Put this muppet through. He's
you're
on
on
that. That's me.
Which one's you?
Oh, you've just cut me off, you muppet.
Oh,
right,
sorry.
that's him. Go on, you talk to him.
Hey, Steve.
Hello, Eloise.
You alright?
Yeah, I've got a question.
Oh, what's that? Just go straight in there, why don't you? Oh, well, Ian's going, so you have to ask me, and I'll guess what Ian's answer will be.
Okay. The question would be... Because
It won't ring through to me.
Huh?
I missed out.
Ignore him, he's not here.
Okay. I'm heading up to Newbury on 7th of August for 2 weeks, and I'm wondering if Ian would like me to pop round for those 2 weeks. Pop in, say hi.
Sorry, just got a frog in my throat.
Hello, you can hear me now?
Hang on, Steve. Yes, I can hear you, Ian.
Okay, right, so I'm going to go
Don't
out...
film me!
Oh, sorry, stop that. Right, hang on.
Right,
okay, so I'm going to
You
go...
can get my massive lab coat, though.
Okay. Okay, good, right, I'm going to go out, talk to Steve Smith, and I'll be outside with the Mentos experiment. I need my fob. Have you got I've got a fob.
Oh.
See you in a bit.
Okay, bye. So don't talk while I'm talking to Steve.
Okay, I won't.
Steve,
I won't talk.
Where is Newbury? I don't have a clue.
It's about 2 to 3 hours away from London.
Well, then that would be crazy to pop up and see Ian.
Well, my dad doesn't mind as long as it's okay with you two, and as long as it's okay with his missus, he'll pop me up. And then he'd pop me back.
I'm gonna say it's a definite no to staying at his house.
No.
I've not even been around his house.
No.
And...
Just pop into the studio.
I think that's gonna be a no as well, Steve.
Damn it.
I'm really sorry, but it's just kind of like... If we're having one of them parties, which we hardly ever have, then by all means, but we don't happen to be having one when you're coming.
Yeah.
I'm afraid.
Also,
yeah.
What is going on up there?
We're having an experiment. Have you got any experiments for us? We could do with some. We're running low. What we need is something with plums marmalade, rinser aid, an orange, sugar cubes, what are these? Soya nuts. Oh, bum, we've just lost Ian again. Wait there, I can't talk to you a second. Hang on. Oh, here he is. Ian!
Yes, it's me.
I know, where did you go?
You cut me off, you idiot.
I didn't cut you off, I didn't touch anything.
You cut me off. Hey, it's Andrew Stone. It's Andrew Stone.
No, you are kidding me. Are you joking?
Andrew, come on, you're on the radio. Hello, how are you doing?
Hello? Hello?
What's your name?
Andrew, you spoke to me before. It's Eloise.
Oh, Eloise, of course it's Eloise. Whereabouts are you?
I'm in the studio controlling the desk while Ian's out there about to do an experiment. Help him.
I know, he's got complete and utter mental asylum clothes on. Hang on. My bag's about to get run over because I just literally stopped drinking.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I was being filmed for the second series of Pineapple Dance Studio, so anyone who's read the papers recently, don't believe anything they're reading.
What's in the papers? I've not even seen them.
You've not picked up a paper in the last few days?
No, honestly, I haven't. I've been in Glastonbury.
Ian Lee is saying to me that Pineapple's been cancelled. No, it hasn't. You have the exclusive that it hasn't been cancelled. Me and Louis are still part of it. It's all going ahead, and don't pick up the paper and believe it. And most of the stuff that's being said on in the papers is actually rubbish.
There you are, kids. An exclusive from Andrew Stone. It's still on.
Actually, one thing is, say that again, Louise. I've got 4 conversations going on here. Say again.
I was just telling the kids that are listening to the radio right now that Pineapple Dance Studios is still on. Fear not, we can still see you on Sky.
Yeah. It TX's on Christmas, and we've got Starman have got their own documentary coming out next year as well. So it's all going ahead. It's all looking rosy.
Exciting!
And we are talking to a lot of people right now, Starman. And I'm working on the next single.
Well, fingers crossed. Hey, are you going to help Ian with his experiment now?
Yeah, what is his experiment? What's your experiment, my friend?
We're going to do the Mentos experiment with Coca-Cola and Mentos.
Okay, what does that mean?
Come on, right, come on.
Is there alcohol involved? Because I'm cool with that. All right, we're doing this now, outside.
Okay, describe it to me.
Oh, my God, am I going to get messy?
Just stand far back.
Stand far back. Okay. Thank you, Eloise. Here we go. Oh my God, okay, cool. You can't be saying that on radio. There's a few drunk people out here.
Tell them no swearing.
I know, I just come from a party. I've just been filming for the second series, can I just say? And they're trying to find... Oh!
What happened?
Basically, he put some Mentos in a Coke bottle and it just literally orgasmed. Amazing. Check that out. Did you do science at school?
No.
You could tell.
Okay, right. The second level, I'm going to put something in my mouth.
Oh my God, it's totally going to completely explode in your mouth.
Oh no. Tell him not to.
He's absolutely nuts. This guy is absolutely nuts.
So,
here we go.
What was that?
On my bag, not on my bag.
So Ian is now attempting to eat Mentos and Diet Coke and explode.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
no.
Put Mentos and Diet Coke, and I had my bag on the floor, and I thought it was going to completely explode all over me.
Is someone filming this?
Yes, he is filming this.
Amazing.
Ian Lee is looking at me with a very perplexed mouth that's obviously... It is Doctor Who in front of me. Without the scarf. Hello. This is Mickey, the bassist and Starman, and Jesus is actually very drunk, so you can get a lot of footage out of him. Jesus, hello. Jesus, say hello to the camera. So what's going on in the studio? Are you not playing any music?
We're waiting for Ian to do his experiments, then we're going to go to a song, but it's not sounding like there's much going on. Is there any experiments happening now?
No, he did actually do an experiment, but it actually went wrong. So he's no professor, he's no Doctor Who, but he's a very tall, talented DJ.
Okay,
with,
in
a
that
very
case,
good look.
should I go to a song now?
I think you should go for a song because he's got a face for radio, and I think people need to be entertained.
Let's do it then. I'm going to a little bit of Boston.
Yeah, I'll go. The lunch coming.
Well, that all got very, very odd out there. I don't know what this... There's the corporate party that I was doing the quiz for. All quite drunk, lots of nice blokes, and lots, if I'm honest, of attractive young ladies. Suddenly, Andrew Stone from Pineapple Dance Studios and Jesus wander up, and they're like hogs in pig heaven. They're like, and I think Andrew Stone may be copping off with a pole dancer. He just said to me, "So we're off to this party tonight. Would you like to?" And there's all these girls going, "But I thought he was gay." They couldn't believe it. It was very odd. That was the Mentos experiment. I don't think you actually heard what was going on. It fizzed up a little bit, but not too much. I couldn't get them into the bottle quick enough, and so it was a bit disappointing. Stephen Smith, you're not staying at my house, if that's what you're after.
No.
Good.
Right, can I give a number to Eloise, please? Because this phone ain't good.
No!
Okay. Right. I'm actually after something else, Ian.
You can't have it. It's zipped up.
No, not that sort of thing.
Okay.
I'm wondering, and Eloise answered, but I'm going to ask you as well.
You're not staying at my house?
No. I would be staying in Newbury, so no.
Which is about 3 hours away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am thinking of coming up round London on a weekday in August.
I'm busy.
No, shut up and let me finish. And I would be coming up in the evening during your show.
Right.
Getting the drift?
No.
Oh my God. I would be going through One Golden Square. I would be stopping at the studio, saying hi, and then buggering off.
Oh, no, that won't be happening, no.
I'll provide drinks.
That won't be happening.
Or if it's Foster's.
I don't drink alcohol. Foster's?
Yeah, Foster's.
Well, if you can provide something classy, I don't drink.
Okay. And Eloise asked me if I had any ideas for the experiments.
And have you?
I've got one.
Okay.
You've tried... What have you tried so far?
What experiment have you got, Steve Smith? Listen, we have no calls, okay? You're the only call we've got. But
if you tell
I'm
me...
losing... Shut up. I am losing patience with you, and I'm quite prepared to cut you off.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
I think the chances of us getting upstairs this evening are very, very slim, because they're all doing karaoke up there and drinking.
Are they still rowdy?
Yeah, they're Rowdy Roddy Piper.
You probably wouldn't hear me.
So we're not going to be able to get up there. Most of our experiments are microwave-based.
We could leave it until... Maybe I'll go and check at 12.
Okay, yeah.
And if it's still rowdy, then we'll try 15:15.
They're all very, very nice people. I think one of them may be going home with Andrew Stone, which is a turn-up for the books. He didn't know who I was or who you were.
Rude.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
I wonder who he thinks he's been texting all this time. It's true.
Is it true as well? We have got 0 callers for the science special.
That's also true.
This is utter bullshit. This okay, dear listener, I'm talking to you directly now, listening in your car, in your bed, on your headphones, listening as you're walking through the woods looking for another person to murder. You are a loser. Right? You are a loser for not... Sorry, was that your stomach?
Yeah.
Could you keep down? Because I'm telling off the listener.
Well, it was like my throat.
Yeah, I know, but I'm telling off the listener, so just stop making any bodily noises at all.
All right.
Where was I? Oh, yeah. You are a loser.
The end.
You are a loser.
No, I'm not, mate.
Yes, you are. You're the biggest loser. You're all losers, okay? What Eloise and I are doing, me mainly, but Eloise a little bit, what we're doing is we're educating you, dullards. Oh, no, sorry, are we not playing the Kaiser Chiefs? Sorry, we're not talking about the Edge and the fact that he's bought a new hotel? No, we're teaching you the ways of science, which is more important than any of that old guff, all right? We are giving you education in a fun and informative way, all right? So, here's the thing. If you don't want to take part in it, you idiot...
I'm the 5th favourite caller of all time, mate.
No, you're not. You're the 7th. If you don't want to take part in it, then shame on you. We'll sit here for the rest of the show and do nothing. It's your time you're wasting, not mine.
It's a bit of both, really.
Well, I would have been here anyway.
Oh, that's true.
To be honest, so I'm happy just to do nothing.
Okay. I'm going to act out a charade, but it won't be anything you'll be able to broadcast, Ian. But it's a question I want to ask you.
Okay, it's a charade. Is that like a charade?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Regional.
Okay.
Regional. Okay, wait there.
I need to see you.
I know, I'm going to stand up. Do you think... That's the only part I'm going to tell you.
Okay, this is exciting. Okay, this is fun. Yeah, okay, I know to whom you refer. I know to what you refer.
Do you think?
Do I think that does that? 110%. In fact, yes, because... okay, I'm going to do something that...
Yeah. Oh. In here?
No!
Oh.
I've walked through a door, I'm outside!
Oh, sorry.
But...
You saw?
I didn't... Right, okay. Didn't see that. I did.
That's why, then.
Yeah. Very flexible, very flexible. I've got snot everywhere now. So, dear listener, what's happening? I was telling everyone off, wasn't I? We've got an hour and a half of nothing now.
Shall I just go and check if the microwave's free now?
They won't be free. They are steaming that lot. Clothes dripping off them. They're probably all doing it right now.
Why don't we do what someone suggested on the Facebook and spin you round in a chair?
I don't want to be.
Vom.
I don't want to be spun round in a chair. Why don't you get spun round? Why don't you spin on that?
Oh.
Let's go to... I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to regret it. Line 1, you're on the wireless.
Hello?
Oh, oh no. Oh, no.
I just spat then because I was so annoyed.
And you swore. What's your language? We're not.
Swear.
You did.
That's not a swear word.
The B word is a swear word.
No, it's not.
Of course it is.
No, it's not.
Imagine if you did a show. Okay, so that means we could do a show called Me. You said we
only
could do
in
a
that
show.
context.
No, you can't say that on the radio.
No, that's fine.
Of course it's not fine.
I didn't say it in the context that you said it.
You said it, though.
Look, stop trying to make a drama out of a silly little word.
What is wrong with you? Seriously, you need to... I suggest this weekend you spend praying for your soul. Because I don't know how many chemicals you poured into your bloodstream, but it has messed up your head. You are loco, lady, right?
Loco.
I'm so desperate. We're going to take this call. Look, line 3, go on.
I am a loser.
Okay, well, that's good. That's
Worth
good.
it.
That's good. That's, line 4, go on.
Anyway, I don't like all this...
Okay, that's that. So, what do we do? We've got no calls.
Well, that's your fault. You just wasted them. Don't answer that
I'm not going to answer that because we know who that is. I'm wearing a lab coat. The Mentos thing didn't work.
We need to come up with some quick ones. Where's that lady about the onion? We need more of those types of experiments. They don't... Hang on, what have we got there? Okay.
Eloise, Science Night hasn't worked.
It hasn't, you're right.
Science Night is what I like to call... This experiment has failed. Big time.
You wanted it to fail just so you could say that and make a good pun out of it.
Oh, I've just broken this. I was so excited, okay, because I've started coming up with... Gary from Bristol, stop calling in. You're not getting on. Put the phone down. I was really excited when you came up with Science Night. I thought, well done, you've come up with something here that might possibly work. It's got potential. It's been nothing but a big flop.
I don't know what to say.
Apologise to a listener.
I know.
What?
Hello?
Have you not seen?
I know, yeah. Hello.
Hi, Millie.
Hello, Millie.
Hello, how are you?
Despondent.
Oh, no.
Science Night hasn't worked.
No. Is it Science Night?
Oh, for goodness sake, she didn't even know it was Science Night.
Maybe we haven't promoted it as much as we
I was out
should have
giving
done.
flyers today.
Oh. The only science thingy I can think of is, do you remember when everyone used to have those things that grew crystals and then children would drink them and then they died?
I do remember the crystal growing kits, yeah.
Yeah, they banned them or something.
They grew on bits of string or something, didn't they?
Yeah, and then if you woke up in the middle of the night, you might think it was a glass of water and
And
you
drink it, yeah.
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah. Did you learn 1 week by the Bare Naked Ladies?
No.
You were asked to about 2 months ago.
Yeah, that was ages ago.
I've been busy getting a degree.
I don't care about your degree. You were asked to learn 1 week by the Bare Naked Ladies.
Can I have an extension, please?
I will give you an extension.
All right, then.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, Millie, thanks very much for calling.
Love you!
If anybody wants to call in and try and cheer us up tonight, you're more than welcome. Here's what we're asking after, okay? If you'd like to call in and cheer me up, 0330 123 1215. If you'd like to call in... If you'd like to call in and berate Eloise for coming up with a rubbish idea, 0330 123 1215. Line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello.
Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, I'm on the air, am I? Okay, it's Colin. I'm calling all the way from British Columbia in Canada.
Right.
We're on Vancouver Island, and I'm listening to your...
hey, Happy Canada Day!
Happy Canada Day! Well, thank you. Well done, you. You remembered.
I remember I send a card to Canada every year.
Oh, well done, well done. That's good. I didn't get one from you this year.
I don't... yeah, sorry, I must have missed you off the list. I just send it to the country in general, that's all.
Oh, okay, then. I'll check with the General and see if he passes it to the Colonel.
Please do.
Okay, but listen, you're doing a science thing right now.
Well, it's the science thing's not really worked, to be honest.
Well, okay, I've got one for you.
You sound like David Quo. You won't know who he is, but you do sound like David.
I haven't got a clue who he is.
That's
no,
okay.
I don't know who he is.
Okay, go on.
But listen, your science one.
Yeah.
I heard yesterday someone talking about peeling onions under running water. But here's a real tip for you.
Yeah.
If you want to peel onions, what you do is, before you peel them, half an hour before, you put them in the freezer.
Oh,
that way you don't get the sulfuric acid in the eyes. That definitely works. We do it all the time, and I think it's something that you should be aware of over there.
Okay.
Because, we are the colonies, and we think we owe something back to you guys.
Hey, listen, I always thought that Canada was quite dull, and then I went there. I was in Montreal for a week a few years ago, and I love it. Canada's great. Are you in the French... Where are you again?
We're on Vancouver Island. It's the farthest west you can go. We walk down to the Pacific Ocean. We used to live in Montreal, though.
Montreal's nice. I was there. I got there one day, and it was all a little bit boring. And then I woke up the next morning, and there was 3 foot of snow everywhere, and it looked fantastic.
I'm sure it does. That's why we left there. Where we are, we don't get that snow.
Oh, man, you wimped out. Hey, well, listen, can I ask, why are you listening to us in Canada? Is there not any good radio in Canada?
Well, there's good radio in Canada, but you guys are so funny. You get away with so much stuff that we can't get away with over here.
Bless you. It's very kind. I'm glad. I'm just sorry. I just don't feel we're delivering the goods this evening, my friend. But hopefully we will do, and we'll pick up, and we'll make the finishing line. It's a pleasure to talk to you, my Canadian friend. Enjoy Canada Day.
Okay, thanks again.
Ta-ta. There we go. What a nice person. You see, trying to cheer me up there. That's good. So we're asking you, dear listener, if you want to call in. Science night is... It's not really worked. If you want to call in and cheer me up, 0330 123 1215. If you want to call in and have a go at Eloise, it's the same telephone number. Barry's in Watford. Good evening, Barry.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Barry.
Cheer up, old fruit.
We had, don't call me old fruit. We had another guy the other night from Watford. Guess what his name was?
Larry, Gary, Sally.
It was Barry.
What, doing...
No.
Trying to do me?
No, he was just... That was his name, and that's where he lived.
Was he an elderly gentleman?
No, he was a young lad.
Did he make silly double entendres about blowing off and sexual intercourse?
His comedy was
quite...
quite...
overweight wife?
His comedy was quite mature and respectful. And funny.
Oh, well, perhaps he'd like to phone you up and cheer you up. Pardon me.
All right, Barry. Well, listen, OK, let's...
What sort of jokes was he doing?
Kind of very mature, sophisticated political stuff, I seem to remember. But actually funny political stuff, the stuff that even if you don't know what he's talking about, you can still laugh at.
Well, I'd be intrigued to hear it,
Yeah.
I've done some very funny stuff over the years. Well,
there was There was that...
Nothing springs
No.
to mind now, but...
No, but you're right. Maybe there was something once.
Once or twice. What can I do to cheer you up?
I don't know, Barry. The show's not worked tonight. I'm tired because I've been entertaining a load of drunk business people, and I don't know.
Here's a funny thing. The other day...
let's have it.
Yeah, the other day, my Margaret was out in the back garden in the heat, and she didn't know where to put her large self, so I stuck her under a parasol, and she said, "Oh, Barry, I don't like this terrible weather, it's too hot," so with a bit of a laugh, I tucked my bits between my legs and I'd done a Canadian fruit bowl. Anyway, we've got some council housing the other side of the garden, and of course I realised they're looking at the other side of me and they can see the bowl. I wonder if that Canadian fella... Oh, it's not working, is it? I'll say no. No.
What should have been a rather joyous night has taken on... got a melancholy feel. I feel a bit disjointed from reality and from humanity. That's not good, is it? God bless you.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Okay, so Science Night hasn't really taken off as much as we were hoping. It's very rare, dear listener. I will admit that the show has been a failure, but tonight's show has been a failure. Doesn't happen very often. Normally when it does, I sweep it under the carpet and pretend it's one of the best shows I've ever done. Tonight, I cannot do that because the show has been utter guff. Not my fault, though. Oh, no. It's Eloise's fault.
I didn't come up with it.
You did.
I didn't come up with it.
You totally did.
I didn't. It was you when you gone about salads and shallots.
Ah, that means it's Katya's fault it's a rubbish show. It's all Katya's fault.
Look,
Katya!
Ian, I wasn't gonna call you because
you
know.
did though, didn't you? Would you like to apologise to the listeners?
I didn't suggest anything, and I thought it was a cracking idea, but maybe it's because people are not ready for this. You know, it's.
Hang on, Katya, are you saying it's the listeners' fault?
Yes, I am saying that. I'm serious.
Do you know what? I think you could be right. You're right. It's their fault.
Well, because they probably are afraid to participate.
Losers.
Yeah.
Idiots. Idiots, all of them. Everyone who listens to this show, including you, I'm afraid, Katya, as you are a listener, everyone who listens is an idiot. Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Yes, hello?
You cut there. I'm
no,
back.
I didn't. No, you cut.
No.
I didn't cut anything.
Okay. So, and I really felt bad for you. That's why I'm calling you.
Thank you. To apologise?
But the only thing I can suggest...
Yes, Katya.
...is that I found this old New Scientist magazine.
Oh, yes?
Yeah?
An old New Scientist?
Well, it's not that old, because it's from 12th of June 2010.
Well, that's a month ago. It's like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I've seen it a lot in my loo, so it feels like it's
Do you
really
have the
old.
New Scientist delivered to your loo?
No, but I read it there. Anyway, it teaches you how to have lucid dreaming, and that's a science experiment.
Oh, this is where you can control your dreams.
Exactly.
Oh, tell me how to do it, baby, because I've had a couple of semi-lucid dreams, and it's the most amazing feeling in the world.
Have you really? Because I'm trying, but
I've had a couple. Basically, when you're dreaming and you realise it's a dream,
yeah,
and then you go, well, hang on, if this is a dream, that means I can do anything. And I've sort of been able to do it a couple of times. I remember one where I realised it was a dream, and I went, well, if this is a dream, I'm going to go flying. And I went flying. But then I kind of fell back into the dream again and got a bit confused.
Disappointing.
But go on, so how do we do it?
So, okay, step one.
Yeah.
Ask yourself whether you are awake or dreaming, but you have to do that throughout the day.
Okay, let's all do it now.
Yeah.
Am I awake
Or
or
am I
dreaming?
dreaming? Yeah.
Well, which one is it?
Well, you have to ask that. Not now, because I'm reading now.
Okay, but
You're throwing me off my track.
You're I need something vulgar there. Okay, so you do that throughout the day. Okay.
Yeah. Later on, in the land of Nod, you might find yourself...
Hang on a minute. Does this article
Yes.
from the New Scientist
Yes.
use the phrase "land of Nod"?
It does.
Well, then this is written by a 12-year-old. This isn't science.
I don't think so. Let me see the name of the... It's Jessica Hamzalu.
Age 15 and 3/4.
Yeah. If you succeed... Oh, no. I missed the sentence. Okay. What did I just say? Later on, in the land of Nod. Yeah. You might find yourself pondering this question. If you succeed, congratulations. You have opened the door to lucid dreams.
So is that it?
No, it's not it. Step 2...
I'm getting angry now, Katya.
Focus.
What did you call me? You can't say that about me and Eloise. We're not. Oh, focus. Just your accent made it sound like... Okay, right,
People
yes.
who focus single-mindedly on a task during the day, be it a computer game, that's you.
That's me. I play a computer game,
Or
yes.
playing musical instruments, that's you too,
That's
W.
me. Yes, W.
Or more likely to experience lucid dreams.
Ah, well, I've had a lucid dream.
Yeah, we know that. That's rubbish, this article. Anyway, step 3.
That's it. That's rubbish, this article. I'll read a bit more on your show, Ian. Yeah, oh, yes. Okay, go on.
Okay, plan your fantasy. Almost as fun as the dreaming itself. Before you go to bed, think about what you want to dream lucidly about and in as much detail as possible. Step 4.
I want to dream about touching a lady's breast.
Total recall. When you wake up, try to recall as many of your dreams as you can. And this is the last one, and they say it's the most important one. Wake up and get motivated, and then go back to bed.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, what does that mean? Wake up and get motivated?
Best for lazy weekends. Set your alarm for an hour before you would usually wake up.
What?
When it goes off, try to remember your dreams, then get out of bed and only head back under the blankets an hour later, focusing on trying to have a lucid
But hang on,
dream.
it says to set, hang on, that doesn't make sense. It says set the alarm for an hour before you'd normally wake up.
Yeah.
Then get up, and then
Yeah.
go back to bed an hour later. But that's when I'd normally be waking up.
Well, yeah, but what you've got to do is try to remember your dream, and then you wake up.
But then you're going back to bed an hour later.
Yeah.
But you've just got up an hour before you normally get up, so you're going back to bed when you'd normally be getting up. That's insane.
But that's you have to try that. I don't know. Okay. Oh, you're not there anymore. Oh.
Verinda!
Hey.
Vinny.
Yeah, how about this? You go to sleep and wake up. That's it.
Do you have dreams, Verinda?
Yeah.
By the way, Katya, you put your phone down, but you've not actually put your phone down properly, so if you want to pick up your phone at any point, we can carry on this conversation. What do you dream about, Verinda?
Mostly I forget them.
Okay, so how do you know you have dreams?
You know you had a dream, don't you?
Well, how do you know you had a dream if you forget it?
This what happens, right?
Yeah.
I wake up in the morning
Yeah.
and I just remember I had a dream, and I'm trying to remember it, but I can't.
But if you can't remember it, Verinda...
But I know I had a dream.
But if you can't remember it, how do you know you had a dream?
Hello?
I might remember a few images.
What is this? Hello? Hello? You there? Hello? What's... Have I put the phone down?
Okay.
Hello? Hello? Ah, je sais pas pourquoi ça ferme pas. Hello? I can hear you now. I think I heard you saying something. Why are you not hanging the phone down? Or so? Hello? Hello? What's...
Has she gone?
She's gone. But the phone is still connected, so if she wants to pick up the phone at any time, she can do. Oh dear.
Iain.
Anyway.
What if I wanted to dial 999 or something? Is it 999 or... So you're hijacking my line, actually, I think. This is not legal, is it? What?
So, Verinda, what was your point?
Yeah, so, anyway, forget about the dream thing. What I want to talk about is dating websites.
What?
Dating websites.
Okay, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I was feeling a bit lonely, right?
Yeah?
And I thought, like, I became a member.
Oh, you are a member, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a difference.
But? You joined a men-only one by mistake?
No.
Oh.
I pretended to be a lesbian.
Okay, Vinny, and what happened?
I noticed that there's not many good-looking lesbians out there.
No, for Vinny, for goodness sakes, plenty. More of your calls after the white lies.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
Eloise has just gone to get some eye drops. I don't know if that's a drug thing or not. 0330 123 1215. We've got Ellen, we've got Rex, we've got Chavy Vicky, we've got M, and we could be talking to you. We seem to have evolved into dreams, which is not really science, more of an art.
Let's go!
Loving you isn't the right thing to do. How can I, when you won't take it from me? If I could, baby, I'd give you my world. Open up, everything's waiting for you.
Then it gets a little bit high for me and I can't really sing that bit, so we'll leave it there. We'll go to M in Newcastle. Good evening, M.
Hiya.
Hello, M. Last hour of the show. I'm really going to let things drop the last 45 minutes. I'm going to really, do things and make things exciting again. So the last hour of the show, Em, what have you got?
I was just saying you seem so depressed. It's like so not right. I mean, you're not exactly rejected Pringle or anything.
What is this rejected Pringle nonsense? You sent me an email with this, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I mean,
you're a bit
my
weird,
friend
aren't you?
told me this. I mean, could you imagine being in the Pringle factory and coming out slightly misshapen and not being put in the pack?
Oh man, they should do that.
That
They should
is a
sell.
rejected Pringle.
They should sell packs of misshapen Pringles because I would buy
like
that.
the Polo Holes.
The Polar Holes, yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
There's a
That's
very
my
posh
point.
chocolate shop near me that's too expensive to go into because the chocolates are like £1 million. But you can go in there and for £1, they sell you a bag of all the broken chocolates. Beautiful.
Exactly.
I'll
that's
have that.
perfect. It's like buying broken biscuits in a shop.
Oh!
You can have that for like 99p.
The broken biscuits are the tastiest biscuits in the world, Em.
Exactly. That's my point.
So you're saying that I'm a broken biscuit?
No, you're not a broken
Oh.
biscuit,
Oh.
but you're as popular as a broken biscuit.
Ah, and as cheap as a broken biscuit.
Well,
No, hang on, that's
you
not a
know,
good thing. It's,
you said it, not me.
Yeah, but you thought it, Em. Thanks for calling, Em. Nice to talk to you.
You too, darling.
Ta-ta. There we go. What a lovely, if weird lady. And we like that. Rex Rex, whereabouts in North London are you, Rex?
I'm not in North London at the moment. I'm on an excursion out in the Essex countryside.
Oh, now you say excursion. Are you looking for flange or are you working for the military?
Well, I'm always looking for flange, but I'm actually doing some work on a farmhouse, and I've been dropped here, and I will be leaving here on Tuesday.
Oh.
So at the moment, I'm going a little bit stir crazy. It's a cross between our feeder's own pet and staying at the Ritz.
Oh.
You know, lovely jacuzzi, but everything else is waiting for me to fix it and repair it.
Are you the only person there?
Yeah, basically.
Oh, that's
no
a bit
television.
weird.
No television, no fridge. Sort of going back to the old student days where I'm trying to sort of maintain the lifespan of the milk in buckets of water with tea towels over the top.
Oh, man, that's a bit weird. I wouldn't dig that at all.
Oh, well, hopefully it's all going to be worthwhile when I get paid.
Well, exactly. Big bucks, cash in hand, I'm assuming, Rex?
Well,
we
there
don't
is a bit of that to
don't
it.
condone it, but it happens. It's very, very naughty, but it
Well,
happens.
it's about taking life's opportunities and trying to better oneself, isn't it?
Good for you. Hey, listen, this job here is cash in hand, so I'm on. I'm there for you. Rex, what can I do for you this evening?
Well, first of all, I'd like to apologise for the contributing negligence on my part for making your science night such a letdown.
Rex, well done you.
Because I could remember the phone number to phone you up and say, don't bother with the Mintos. They really, really will just be a slow fizzle.
It was kind of a damp squib, the Mintos.
Yeah, well, the candy coating slows down the reaction. And therefore, you know, the big sort of response to putting the mints in, putting the top down, is expecting something really fantastic. Don't happen, mate.
Everyone on YouTube's posted. They've all posted videos though of like things exploding and stuff like that. But
yeah, that's not Mintos. That's actually the extra strong type.
Oh, nuts!
And basically, you've got to get it in there very quick. Put the top on, and then drop it down on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you get a big reaction. But I didn't really think it was my part to advise you of that, because your experiment was Mintos and Diet Coke.
Yeah,
and I thought it was a risk assessment you'd carried out.
Yeah.
You didn't want to take Winders out in Golden
No, we
Square.
wanted to do the big thing.
Oh, man. I do apologise again.
Well, Rex, you're very close to being fired as a listener, OK?
Oh.
You're very, very close.
I don't do that. You're the only person keeping me sane at the
Well,
moment.
I might have to send you over to Ian Collins on Talk Sport, all right?
Oh, right, OK.
Yeah, well,
I promise on the theme of reaction, though, I wanted to sort of keep that tenuous link with the going for a reaction.
Oh, yeah.
And advise you of something that completely backfired on me quite a few years back.
Yeah.
When I'd had some wiring taken out of my knee after a sort of an accident.
Hang on, some wiring taken out of your knee? Are you bionic or something?
Well, no, basically I had a smashed kneecap and they had to wire it together.
How much did that hurt?
On a scale of 1 to 10, about 2,000.
Yeah, the kneecap is... bashing the kneecap is more painful, I think, than a kick in the ghoulies.
Yeah,
It's the most painful thing there is.
Yeah, but I've got a lot of people that say to me, no sense, no feelings. I walked around on it for 4 weeks when they were saying to me I had fluid on the knee.
Yeah.
So I lost all the muscle and but managed to get around for 4 weeks until eventually, when they x-rayed it and it was in 3 pieces, obviously they're telling me to get in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
However, you know, I like to sort of soldier on.
Tough guy.
So,
you're a tough guy, Rex, and we like that.
Yeah, a little bit. So a couple of friends came up to the hospital to pick me up and said, look, why don't we go to Nottingham? Because there's 3 girls to every guy up there.
Yeah, but have you seen the girls, though?
Well, at that moment in time, I really wasn't that choosy.
No.
Yeah, so I thought I'd chance my luck anyway. So off we went from Greenwich to Nottingham.
Hey, hang on, Eloise, you're from Nottingham, aren't you?
No.
You're from somewhere that begins with N.
Northampton.
It's the same thing.
It's not.
It is. It's totally the same thing.
An hour away.
Yes, anyway, Rex, do apologise for her.
That's all right, mate. So the response I got was, or they got from me, was one of enthusiasm, getting more and more excited as we're going up the motorway.
Yes, singing about the ladies.
Yeah, so I'm obviously getting in high spirits, and because I've spent a long time on crutches in the past, you know, I'm quite adept on them.
Yeah.
So as soon as we got out of the car, I've gone speeding along on the crutches, trying to show, you know, my enthusiasm. And, you know, security barriers that you have across car parks.
Oh,
normally
yes.
have a weight on one end and a Y on the other.
Yes.
A mate of mine shouts out, I bet you can't jump it. So I swung my leg up, my good leg up, maintaining the sort of crutches on the floor, pushed my leg down on it to pull my bad leg over, and it weren't resting in the Y on the end. So the barrier went straight down to the floor, hit the floor, my good leg went over, and it bounced straight back up and caught me in the very thing that I wanted to get occupied.
So hang on, you kicked yourself in the nuts?
Yes,
because
the barrier smacked me in the nuts.
Rex, are you an idiot, right? You've just knackered your knee, and because this is what blokes do. Because a bloke said, I bet you can't do that, you straight away went, I'll show him. I'm not taking that.
I didn't want to alert you to the tree bombings.
Oh, man.
When I do things, I go wrong.
Rex, listen. If that was my farmhouse and I was listening to this, I would be phoning you saying, get out! You're an idiot! Get out of my house! Get out of my jacuzzi, you weirdo! Rex, it's a pleasure to talk to you, mate. Thank you very, very much. We've got to move on. Let's go to Ellen Richardson. It's Ellen Richardson! It's Ellen Richardson! It's Ellen Richardson!
Cut off!
It's Ellen Richardson!
Hello?
You're not cut off, you idiot!
Oh, good, sorry. No, my phone just died.
Oh,
It's rubbish.
Ellen Richardson.
I'm sorry.
I've just called your name 6 times.
I know, I'm flattered.
Well, don't be flattered. It was the tone was getting distinctly angry and aggressive towards the end.
I know, but I'll...
I've got to... This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to fire all of my listeners. All of my listeners are going to be fired, and I'm going to go on a posh radio station, I don't know, Radio 4, maybe Radio 3, and I'm going to get those listeners and get them to come and listen to this show, because my listeners are rubbish. I'm including you, Ellen Richardson.
Sorry.
OK, what have you got?
I have a big group experiment that we can do for the science tonight.
Oh, a group experiment. How old are you, Ellen Richardson?
I am 21.
21, in that case. Welcome to Sexperiments After Midnight.
It's not that exciting.
Oh, OK.
No, it's a very simple experiment that...
You look about 15 on your Facebook picture.
Do I?
Yeah, yes, you do.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, I'm not. I'll take that as a compliment.
Do or don't. The choice is yours.
Yeah. No, I've got a group experiment for us all to do. It's very
Sexperiments After Midnight.
It's not.
It's not an experiment. Okay, no, I just keep that in my head.
It does involve hands, but it's not that. Basically, it's something that we can all do, and it'd be really cool if we all did it at the same time, and then everyone who is on the Facebook group then post their results.
Okay, this is what we'll do. Facebook.com/Iain Lee Show. Let's have it.
And it's very simple. You've probably done it in GCSE biology. And what you do is you put your one arm in the air and keep one down by your side, and you hold it there for a bit.
Okay, so one arm is in the air, one arm is down by the side. Okay, yeah, doing that.
Yeah, and you just hold it there for a bit.
Okay, I'm doing it.
And
then the arms are longer than the other.
Yeah. Well, that's part of it, and then just keep holding it.
Okay, I'm doing it. If you can watch on the webcam, I'm doing it. I hope you're doing this at home, dear listener.
Everyone do it.
Okay, we're doing it.
And then, I don't know...
How long do we do it for, Ellen Richardson?
I think maybe now you've done it for long enough.
Okay.
And then if you hold your arms out in front of you...
Yeah.
One may be slightly longer than the other.
The one that was in the air is longer?
That shouldn't happen.
Oh.
There's something wrong with you if that happens.
The one that was down by my side looks darker than the other one.
Yes, that should also happen.
Ah, okay.
The blood rushes to it.
It looked like I was tanned or something, but that's the one that's longer is the one that was up.
Well, there must be something wrong with you.
Well, no, maybe there's something wrong with your experiment, Ellen Richardson. I mean, I was calling you for 6 times before you answered the phone.
I'm sorry, my phone died.
What do you mean your phone died?
It did. I was on the hands-free, not the wireless one.
Listen to this. Hang on.
It died.
Listen to this. That's me tapping my fingers out of frustration and anger at you.
I'm sorry.
Introduce Mumford and Sons to me, please.
It's Mumford and Sons.
Watch it, Richardson, OK? I've got my eye on you.
I'm sorry.
Watch it.
I'm sorry.
Unbelievable.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute.
Radio.
OK, so it was a science show. Yeah, it didn't really kind of work off, but we ended up talking about dreams. We met Andrew Stone from Pineapple Dance Studios on the street, and he was described what happened with the failed Mentos experiment, and then I think he was off with one of the people who was at the party upstairs. Wonderful. That's wonderful. I look back on it and I think, when I was living it, it felt like a very poor excuse for a show. Now I look back on it, one of the best we've ever done. Alicia, is that your name?
It's Alyssa.
Alyssa, I do apologise. Alyssa, what can I do for you this evening?
Well, I just tuned in. You're one of my favourite radio stations, and, well, I was listening to your last two listeners, and I wondered if I tuned into LBC.
There is a crossover, except LBC, of course, has no personality anymore.
Yeah, but your last two callers didn't either.
Oh, no. They were very good.
They weren't.
Okay.
They just stripped the paint off my walls.
Okay. Here's the challenge. You do better.
Well, I didn't have nothing in particular to say, but I just thought maybe you might want to start playing some proper tunes. A bit of Led Zeppelin and, get some more interesting callers, really. Because,
well, go on, be interesting.
Well, I'm not that interesting, but it was a bit... Mr. who hit himself in the nuts was a bit... he went on a bit too long, didn't he?
Go on, be interesting.
And then you had Mrs. Put your arm against the wall. We ordered that in infants. And even the fact that your arm gets longer, it's just the fact your arm goes dead. So, I'm not that interesting.
No, but you're not. But it's easy to come on and say, get more interesting callers, but then you be one.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Well, no, that's it. That's not how it works, is it? It just seems it's not fair to come on and have a go at people for not being interesting, but then be even duller yourself.
Oh, are you getting out your pen, my love?
No, I'm not, but I'm just, but you know what I mean, though? It's not fair to come on and say, those callers are really boring, get some more interesting callers on, but then be, quite dull yourself. That doesn't seem fair, does it, really?
Oh, you starting to sound like Jeremy Kyle, darling.
Well, no, listen, just because I've challenged you a little bit, don't get all defensive.
I'm not getting defensive at all.
Well, you are. You're throwing insults left, right and centre.
It's like, I sort of need myself in the nuts. Well, that's great.
OK, well, you're just describing what you think were two dull calls. So you do an interesting call. And phoning up the same place and Led Zeppelin, that's not an interesting call, is it, really?
Yeah, but, if you're starting to sound like LBC, you're going to get callers like LBC. And,
but again, you're not. Listen, you're not making any sense because you're saying do get in more interesting calls, but that in itself is a really dull call.
Well, not really.
Well, yeah, no, really, it is.
No, it's not because previous to that, what made me ring up was because I heard you cracking up to two people who were just cracking up, and I thought it was really funny. I
don't know what your point... I'm confused. I don't know what your point is.
Well, I didn't have a point in particular. I rang up to actually say I thought your previous guests, where you were just laughing hysterically, was really funny.
But
and
that's
then
not
you
what... But
had
that's not
someone who
what
thought it
you
was really
said,
great
though.
to announce on national radio that he was kicking himself in the nuts with the dodgy leg.
Hey, guess what? Sometimes you have highs and sometimes you have lows. It can't be consistent all the way through the show. By the very nature of having a phone-in show that's not scripted, it's not going to be consistent, is it? It's not all going to be people Vinny phoning up and saying there are no good-looking lesbians, and it's not going to be like that all the way through.
Well, that's just saying there's not any good-looking gay men, isn't it? I mean, it's just not true, is it?
No, but you're not... This is a very weird phone call, because you're not listening to what I'm saying, are you?
Yeah, but the point is, it's a fabulous radio station, this. And, your initial callers were fabulous. It was hysterical. And then you've got two that ring up that are just like, well, it was like listening to paint dry sort of thing.
But I disagree. I thought those calls, they weren't as hilarious as the Vinny call, but I still thought they were valid calls. But this call is
but
that...
you actually sounded like you were losing the will to live.
But this
so
call is
I would disagree with that.
But this call is even duller, because this call is duller because it's also tinged with an element of nastiness, because you're just being critical of people.
I'm not being critical at all.
Well, you are. You're literally being critical.
No, I'm not.
Well, you are. Because
you're starting to sound defensive now.
No,
not me.
no. But you are literally being critical of those two callers. Literally.
Yeah, maybe I am, because they're a bit boring.
But do you not see that you're even more boring?
I probably am.
But then why is that okay? So what? The next person's going to phone up and say, "God, that woman you had on was really boring.
Yeah,
Try and get some more calls that are good."
Those two people phoned up and thought they had really interesting stories.
But
so I'm phoning up to say, no, actually they didn't. So why is my call more valid than them?
I'm not saying it's any less valid or any more valid at all. But what I'm saying is it's more boring than those calls. So by phoning up and saying those two calls are really boring, your call is even more boring. So you have no right to criticise.
Well, maybe you're a boring presenter. Have you ever thought about that?
I have thought about it many, many times, yes. and I know I'm not. I know I'm not. I know I'm one of the... I know
you're not. I know you're not myself.
I'm one of the best presenters in this country, and one day everyone will realise it.
You're not the saviour of absolute radio, are you? Like Chris Moore was, he's the saviour of Radio 1.
No, I'm not. But I am one of the best. I am one of the best phone-in presenters in this country. That's a fact. But
all right.
It's a fact. It's a fact. It's a fact. I know it is a fact.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, what statistics?
No statistics. No statistics. It's a fact.
How do you know then?
Because I listen to a lot more phone-in talk radio than you could ever imagine, and I listen and I study and I assess, and I know for a fact that I am one of the best.
Well, Jerry Kyle started off in radio, and he was one of the best till he went into TV. So how do you know if what is proven that you are the best?
I know. I just know it.
You just know.
I just know it.
You just know.
And I can tell. Shall I tell you?
Nothing to do with your ego or your big head. Then
I have. Listen.
To me, statistically on paper, that proves you are the best.
Listen. The biggest selling single the Beach Boys ever had was Kokomo. That sold more copies than Good Vibrations. Does it make it a better song than Good Vibrations? No, of course it doesn't.
No, that was proven on paper. So what makes you think that you're the best?
You're not actually listening to anything I'm saying, are you? You're not actually listening to anything I'm saying. You have no right to come on the air and say that those two callers were dull when your call is even duller than those. If you came on and said those calls were dull, this is how you do a good call, and then did a really good call, then blimey, that would be fantastic, and you would be entitled to say that. But you haven't.
That's brilliant. That's why we have freedom of speech, isn't it?
There is no such thing as freedom of speech on the radio.
Why not?
Because we've got a 7-second delay, so if you libelled someone or swore, I could dump it. There's no such thing as freedom of speech on the radio anywhere.
Well, I'm not swearing or anything.
I didn't say you were.
Why do we not have freedom of speech then?
Why do you think? Why do you think?
Dumping on people. I'm just saying.
Why do you think?
It was like the last two callers were about as interesting as the last thing I heard.
We're going around in circles. Let's try and focus on one thing. Why do you think we can't have freedom of speech on the radio?
Well, obviously you've got to account for bad language and things. That's fine.
There you go.
But obviously everyone's got an opinion.
So what's that got to do with anything?
Well, you've obviously got a very high opinion of yourself.
In terms of doing phone-in radio, yes, I have. In other respects, I have a very low opinion of myself.
But what I'm saying to you is, what makes you think that you are the best?
That wasn't the point we were just talking about.
Chap of all time.
Well, I've answered that question. That wasn't the point we were just talking about. We're bouncing around all over the place here. We were just talking about freedom of speech then for a second, and then suddenly you went back to a point we were talking about 3 minutes ago.
Well, yeah. But, okay, we have a freedom of speech in this country. That's fine.
No, we don't have freedom of speech.
We have to allow for the fact that people are going to F and Jeff and...
Okay, so then you understand that we do not have freedom of speech on the radio.
Well, no, not essentially freedom of speech.
There you go.
We've all got a right to our opinion. Doesn't mean we all have to swear and curse, does it? I'm not.
No, I know you're not. But can you appreciate there is no such thing as freedom of speech on the radio?
Yeah, I can appreciate that.
Okay. Can you appreciate that this show is also censored in that not everyone that calls up gets on air?
Yes, I can appreciate that.
And can you appreciate that your opinion is not necessarily fact?
Of course I can appreciate that.
Okay, can you understand, let's go back to the original point, can you see the irony in phoning up to criticise another call for being dull, yet your call, which has gone on for even longer, is even duller? Can you see that? Can you not see the paradox
there? Do you actually understand how patronising you are?
I'm patronising because I'm trying...
I fail to see how you think you're the greatest chat show...
I'm patronising because I've asked you this question about a dozen times and you've not quite got it, and I really want you to get the point.
No, I am getting it, but what you don't understand is...
You're going to repeat a point that's irrelevant, aren't you? You're going to say a point that's irrelevant to the point I've just raised.
Yeah, but you're avoiding the point I'm making.
Because this is the first point. Let's focus on this point, and then if there's time, we'll go to the point you're making. Can you see the paradox in phoning up to criticise about one call being dull, really dull, yet your call is actually duller and longer? Can you see the paradox there?
Of course I can.
And yet you don't think there's anything weird in that?
No, not at all.
You don't think it's weird?
Your previous callers bored us to death, so why can't I bore you all to death?
Because surely if you thought a call was boring, you would want to inject some life into the show. Instead, you've sucked it out.
Of course I haven't. Your previous callers sucked the life out.
But you've sucked out any remaining life there was by being even duller.
There wasn't no life left, so what does it matter?
Because I have the ability...
You had an adult phoning up about something we all did when we were, 7.
I have the ability to breathe life into pretty much any call. I've made your call more interesting...
You haven't managed that in the last 3 calls, have you?
I've managed it with your call. And that's really hard work. I have, and that's really hard work, because this is a really dull call, and I have done everything I can to make it at least vaguely interesting for the casual listener, and I have done that.
Well, maybe you
I have done that.
Made it vaguely interesting for your last 2 listeners and your last 2 callers.
But maybe I shouldn't have even let you on, because you are duller than any caller we've had tonight.
You really need to stop trying to think you're Jeremy Kyle.
I don't think I'm Jeremy Kyle. I'm better than Kyle. I'm better than Kyle at doing a phone-in radio show. I'm not better than Kyle at talking to violent, drug-addicted chavs. I'm not as good at that as he is. But I'm better.
You're very patronising.
With people who are stupid, I have to be patronising to try and get the point home.
Yeah, but you didn't manage up your last 2 callers who were very droll and boring.
Didn't manage it with you much, did I, either?
No.
No. It's a shame.
Ta-ta.
Ta-ta. Fantastic. That was fun, wasn't it? That was fun. James, Dave, Diane, Sim, I'll be with you soon. Just sometimes when you get people who are idiots calling in, you've got to treat them... Well, I kind of treated her with the respect that she deserved, I think. I think we got somewhere. I do like calls like that. I miss doing late-night phoning shows where people talk nonsense out of their bumholes. We'll be with you shortly. Here's the Stranglers.
No, that's not right.
Iain Lee.
Iain Lee.
Absolute
Radio.
Were there any bands that you didn't get on with?
Aqua. It's true. They didn't like us.
Were they Barbie Girl?
Yeah, exactly.
But what happened between you and Aqua?
There was some argument about haircuts. I don't know. Audio Web as well. Audio Web we didn't get on with. We toured with them, and there was a bit of sort of acrimoniousness at the end of the tour.
Oh,
well, we were doing a tour, and there was... I don't know,
it was us and Olive.
And Olive. And by the end of the tour, the headline band were...
Olive.
No, by the end of the tour, Olive were number 1 and they were on last.
Right.
They were on first.
Yeah.
We were, I don't know,
in the middle of things.
The bill was completely changed.
That was a power shift.
Chart positions, yeah.
Fantastic.
But the Aqua thing was... quite nasty.
Well, we've got Aqua coming in now.
We were banned from a country. We were banned from Denmark. But we'd never been there before, so I thought that was the first.
Because you had
banned from
with
a
Aqua?
country because we'd never actually been there yet.
You don't want to go to Denmark. It's quite a boring place. It is quite a boring place. That's, you can hear the full interview with Republica and the session they did on Absolute Radio 90s this Saturday at 2 o'clock.
Do you remember the time when you were girl from Mars? I still love you, girl from
Mars. Okay, it's the last 15 minutes of the show. Go away. Crosley is up at 1 o'clock. Mark Crosley, always worth a listen to. A very nice gentleman, an excellent broadcaster. And it's my weekend. My weekend starts in 15 minutes. Fantastic. All I've got this weekend is a Greek lesson tomorrow at 2:30. Haven't done my homework for the last 2 weeks. Going to be in trouble with Danai. Band rehearsal on Saturday morning. And that's it. That is it. And then next Friday, I'm on my holiday, going on my holiday. But don't forget, next week we still start at 10 o'clock. And if you want to make it a permanent thing, why don't you email Mr. Grace, my boss, mr.grace at absoluteradio.co.uk. Who knows? It's unlikely, but who knows? You can hear me this Saturday as well on Absolute Radio 90s, interviewing Republica at 2 o'clock, which will be well worth a listen. Right, we've got these people who've been waiting for ages. Diane, I'm sorry to have kept you waiting for so long. It's very rude of me. What can I do for you this evening?
Right, every morning my boyfriend's a postman, and every morning at 4 o'clock in the morning, without fail, he gets out of bed, puts on your podcast and starts laughing to himself.
What, in the bedroom?
All round the house.
That's
right?
that's a bit weird. Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
I get the lights turned on, I get the crashing, the banging, and I get the
sakes.
giggling with his earphones.
Oh, what's this idiot's name?
Tony Gallagher.
Don't dump him. Dump him. You sound like a beautiful... Listen, Diane, you sound like a beautiful, classy lady. He sounds like a rude muppet.
No,
crashing
I decided
around.
to actually get my own back tonight.
Oh, okay,
because
go on.
every time he goes to work, he's like riding around the streets looking like an idiot, laughing to himself.
Yeah.
I've decided while he's sleeping and he's got to be up for 4 o'clock in the morning,
beautiful.
I thought I'd wake him up to say hello.
Oh, this is... Are you going to wake him up now?
Yeah.
Oh, if Diane, you've been waiting half an hour. I'm so sorry. If I'd have known this, I'd have gone to you immediately.
That's fine. He's been snoring.
Okay, what time does... Sorry, what's his name again?
Tony Gallagher.
Tony Gallagher. And what time does he go to bed?
About 10 o'clock.
Okay, and he wakes you up every morning at 4 o'clock?
Yeah. Puts all the lights on, starts banging and laughing to himself with his earphones in.
Is he... So is he... Are you next to him now?
No, I'm actually in the room and he's asleep in bed.
Can you get the phone?
Yeah.
And put the phone next to his ear?
Right.
Okay. Is it there?
Hang on.
Okay.
Ow.
Are you all right?
Yeah.
Don't fall over.
It's a bit dark.
Okay, well, it would be, wouldn't it? Yes. Okay, is it by his ear? Tony! Wake up! Tony! Wake up!
Hello?
Tony!
Hello?
Is that Tony Gallagher?
Who?
Hello, Tony Gallagher?
Who are you?
Hello, who are you? Is this Tony Gallagher?
Yeah?
Hello, my name's Iain Lee. You're on Absolute Radio. Don't swear.
What?
Yes. Now, listen, Diane sounds like a delightful young lady. I don't know why she said she's going to get...
What?
I don't know why she said she's going to get married to you, because she's far better than you. Don't go waking her up at 4 o'clock in the morning by bashing around the house and listening to this rubbish.
You're having a laugh.
You're having a laugh, Tony, for goodness sakes. Let the woman sleep. Let the woman sleep, Tony. She just wants a bit of sleep.
What are you doing?
Don't wake her up at 4 o'clock in the morning, please.
Is it him?
Yes, it's me.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
Listen, Tony, I know you do an important job delivering the post.
Important job? I don't think so. Go on.
Listen, and we all know you if it's a birthday card and you think it's got money in there, you'll have a little look. Why not? Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Little bonus. But come on, in the morning, please let your gorgeous fiancée sleep.
Have you seen her?
No, I've not. She's got a nice voice.
Yeah.
Let her sleep, Tony, please.
I'll try.
All right.
You go. Oh, what?
Now listen.
You wanted me up.
Now you're up at 10 to 1. Put the phone down and make love to her. Come on. Come on, Tony.
What now?
It's a midnight feast. Get stuck in there,
I actually heard your podcast today, and what was it? That nutter doing that, trying to get that woman to do an orgasm or something.
Listen.
I heard that.
What's going on there? Diane's going.
No, that was funny. He was a right nut job.
I heard what he was saying off air. It was It was the most unpleasant thing I've ever heard in my life. Tony, I'm going to let you go. Listen, go and give your wife a good sorting out, for goodness sake, or your fiancée. She sounds delightful. Let's go to James in Nebworth. Good evening, James.
Hey, how's it going?
It's got a little bit fruity here.
I know it has.
Little bit
I don't
fruity.
think I can compete with that.
No, don't you worry. Every call starts afresh. What can I do for you, sir?
Well, seeing as you're on the topic of, like, your science evening, I thought I'd have a quick chat to you about science fiction.
Yeah.
You seem a bit of a geek like me.
I am a bit of a geek, yes.
Yeah.
And there's no shame in being a geek at all.
Too right.
No, I love it.
No, I heard you mention Fringe earlier. I've just bought the first box set of that. That seems pretty cool.
How many have you seen?
I've only watched literally the first 3 episodes.
All right, listen. It takes a while, and there are a couple of flat episodes in there where you think, what was that? I'm not going to give anything away, don't worry.
Yeah, cool.
You'll gradually see there's a bit of a through line, and it's not all random things happening. And once the through line starts happening, you're away.
Okay,
It is a brilliant, brilliant show, and it's worth sitting through a couple of Duff ones to get to where it's going. And season 2, oh my God, season 2 is the end of season 2 is one of the best endings I've ever seen.
I've heard a lot of good stuff about it.
You're in for a little treat there, my friend. I hope you enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
If you find anything else, there is nothing good to watch on TV anymore.
There's
Sky
not
Plus.
that many good sci-fi. Doctor Who's the only blooming thing on at the moment.
I've given up on Doctor Who as well, to be honest.
I'm not too keen on it. I used to like Battlestar Galactica. That was awesome.
That was good. Caprica was rubbish.
Yeah, that was pretty lame.
My Sky Plus box, now that my wife has watched all of Brothers and Sisters, is at 45%. 45%. She's got Series 6 of Lost to watch, and then that's it. The Sky Plus will be empty.
I've heard you talk about Lost a lot. I never got into that.
Oh, it's the greatest show ever made.
I watched the first couple of seasons, and then there was sort of a gap in the middle somewhere, and I just sort of...
Yeah, it went to Sky. It is the greatest show ever made. They messed us around a little bit at the end, but I kind of forgive them because it was such a good journey getting there.
What about Supernatural? You watched that one?
No, it looks silly. Vampires and ghosts are silly.
No, it was pretty cool.
No.
Give it a go. Watch the first couple of episodes.
James, I saw the trailer and that was enough. And that thing, the Vampire Diaries or something as well.
I don't watch anything vampires now. It's all gone vampires, isn't it?
Well, vampires are all they're the new sexy, aren't they? Everything's vampires, and but vampires are sexy and cool and goth and
apparently, it's tiresome now, isn't it?
James, it's a pleasure to talk to you, mate. Let us know how you get on with Fringe.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, fella. Ta-ta. Sorry to cut you off there. We've got to get Dave in. Hello, Dave.
Hiya, you all right?
I'm all right, Dave. I'm all right.
Good.
Are you in Stone?
Yeah.
Where's Stone?
It's in between Stoke and Stafford.
Oh, okay. I've never heard of it, but I'm sure it's a real place. Excellent stuff.
Actually says Canal Town on all the signs.
Canal Town?
Yeah, but someone's going to cry around and take the sea off them all.
Oh, it says Anal Town?
Yeah.
Oh. What were you saying, Eloise?
I thought Canal Town was Stoke Ruin.
Pardon?
I think she's coming down, Dave, so let's just ignore her. Anyway, Dave, yes, what can I do for you?
It's all right. I work nights, and I've been listening for about a year and a half, and this is the first chance I've had to call in.
Well, what do you do at nights?
Drive forklift truck.
Have you... now, is it true that those things are quite easy to topple over?
Yeah, they can be.
Have you ever toppled one over?
Well, my nickname's Crash at work.
Oh, now, hang on. How did you get that?
Well... 3 days into the job, I hit a gas pipe.
Oh, that's explosions!
Yeah, I know.
Did it blow up?
No.
Oh, that's okay.
I had to have the gas put out. And a couple of days ago, I nearly actually killed a guy, but that was his fault. That wasn't mine.
And that wasn't with a forklift truck, that was in a fight. Because he was getting on... He looked at your woman and then knocked your pint over.
No, he's a big guy.
No, so what happened? He ran in front of you or something?
No, I was down an aisle, and I was reversing, and it's up to him to let me know if he's going behind me.
Of course it is.
Didn't.
Yeah.
And I backed into him.
Oh,
and
man.
The forks of his truck went into the back of my truck.
Yeah.
And it's about $7,000 damage.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah, I know. I was proud of that one.
Yeah, be proud of it. Listen, I've never... I would love to drive a forklift truck and to do... Do you have forklift truck races?
We used to before they cracked down on it.
Oh, the health and safety.
Yeah.
Health and bloody safety, Dave. What's the point of driving a forklift truck if you're not allowed to race another forklift truck?
Well, yeah, that's what I said, but they weren't having any of it.
Unbelievable. Dave, listen, we're out of time.
Oh, I see. That is it.
Well, no, I've literally got... If you've got 40 seconds if you want to say something to me, you can say it.
No, actually, I haven't.
Shall I cut you off?
Yeah, please.
Okay, I'm yours. Look, we've got time just to go... Yes, line 3, you're on the wireless.
Hello there, it's Andy, Andre.
Yes.
Show me radio there.
Yes, please.
Well, I want...
Okay, there we go, he's gone, lovely. Well, that's that. That was the science show. Didn't work. Your fault, Eloise. You're fired.
It's not my fault. Katya's.
Yeah, it was Katya's fault, and your fault, and the listener's fault. I had a lovely argument with a grumpy lady. Did you hear the argument?
No, it's on the headphones.
What is wrong with you? Seriously, I'm reading your aura and I'm feeling attitude. Oh, what happened there?
I don't know, I can't hear.
What's that music? Oh, I don't know, that's Mr. Cellophane. I've never heard of such a thing. Oh, well. If you missed the show tonight, dear listener, there were some good bits, there were some bad bits. It sounded a little bit like this.
Iain Lee. It's all just a little bit of history repeating on Absolute Radio.
You have to sit on the pineapple.
To Mum and Mum.
Tough guy. Well, it was a very tough
When
guy.
the children would drink them and then they died.
I've got a wee yoghurt with Boy George.
50 tubes of blood, and you know what she did?
With a little hole at the top.
Yes.
You have it. You can have it so that water goes into it regularly.
That might aggravate your thrush.
Oh, so do you cut open monkeys' heads?
Oh, I'm tremendously sorry, and maybe it's just because it's such a long distance, so I'm calling from LA.
Well, no, my hair is up. Oh, kill for thrush.
Blowing a mouthful of angels of light over a bonfire. Listen to your show when I'm in the lab. I'm a scientist.
So I stuck her under a parasol.
I mostly work with invertebrates.
I wonder if your breath is stinky.
Pinch the skin at your elbow as hard as you can.
Oh, no.
I tucked my bits between my legs and I've done a Canadian fruit bowl.
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
Weeknights at 11.
I've just noticed Mickey Boyd has written on the Facebook page he's got 2 margarines on the go. It's a nightmare scenario. That's a terrible situation to be in, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Nothing!
Seriously, because you've got a real arsey attitude. What,
I'm just agreeing!
Just did a nice little finish to the show and you've got this thing.
I was just agreeing with you.
You're agreeing with a really aggressive way. I don't understand why you would agree in such an aggressive way like that.
Can I have this soap?
You can have the soap if you want.
That's all I've got to say to you.
Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Sorry, listeners, if my assistant has ruined the show this evening. It's,
Assistant!
Mark Crosby is on at 1. I'm on Absolute Radio 90s on Saturday at 2. I'm back here on Monday at 10. Ta-ta.